Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and normally I wouldn't have made a video today because I'm not feeling well and then videos are normally not so good. But I needed to do a video because I got this from Clay Dough on my Clay Dough 13 on my Discord. He helped me out testing stuff, or he said I will test some stuff, and he built basically my trike or my tricycle rover. Again, I modified it, so it's the back stuff here and the solar panel and this whole beam here. That's not by him. He has also put the hover engines below it, and he had the thruster on top of it. I removed some of that stuff and put this on just to test it out and just to work with it. The only thing that he has on here, he's not using a reactor, he's using a battery. That's a good idea. I tested it out for a while now, and for some reason his stuff works. So now there could have been an update to one of the mods I'm using, or to the game itself, something like that. Or if it now explodes, then it might have to do with recording or something like that. I'm not sure what it could be. Normally I wanted to, or my plan was to deal with hover a hover speeder or something like that today, and I think I will still do that and build out the form. I decided on an idea that I want to try out, and maybe that works for you too. So, but I will leave this here. This is now in park. Everything is turned off. I propped it up multiple times. I brought the whole, this thing, by the way, relatively close to the wheel. I propped it up, I let it down, I drove around with it. Nothing happened to it, and I don't know why. I didn't change any mods or something like that. So I cannot tell you why this is happening right now. So maybe it fixed itself, don't know. I removed the turret here. I want to have a bit more space for my next build. Again, what I want to do is build something out that hovers using the hover engines. I will remove the hover engines from this thing. By the way, that's his build. Again, it's the model I made, but he built this and put it on the workshop. You can find it under Rabenschild. So use the English form of Schild, and I think it's tricycle or something like that. You can find it there. I don't have his name now. Maybe we can look it up. Clay Dough WHV1. So maybe he's planning to doing more with that. I don't know, but there you can download a version of that. One thing that he changed, a change that I kind of like, is how he connected the back wheel. I definitely want to steal that, because this makes the whole thing a bit slimmer than it was before, and that's a good idea. Yeah, Clado, I will blatantly steal that, and maybe I will just take yours and continue building with your model. I've just put, by the way, the solar panel on top to reload the battery. Good. Let us wait if it explodes. What I want to build today is still the hover the hover vehicle, and for that I will need blocks. I will need I will need the hover modules. I will go with the civic ones. I need a reactor, and where's the... Oh, I have to take the model that I want, and then I need a gyro, a cockpit, and rotor, and let me get rid of this rotor and thruster so that we can later... Oh, landing wheel. We should start with the landing gear because I want to build it on something. We need to change the color, and then I want to place this. And I don't know, maybe in the background we hear some exploding. This time I've put an antenna on top of there to see what happens. I used the Space Master the last time to take a look where this thing was going. And let's say that way it went high up in the air and vanished somewhere on the ice. It must have had fallen through the ground, and then it got deleted by a mod I'm using. I'm using a mod where it deletes everything that goes into the planet. So when it goes into the hollow planet, then it gets destroyed. One thing I always have to try with it is if that also counts for holes I dig, but we will have to see. Good. My plan is there's a type of thing on this Earth that a sport some people do. I don't know how it's called, but it's, I think, ice sailing. And I kind of had the idea to build an ice sailor. So the whole drifting around on the ice plane here made me think of that. Having something that works like these ice sailors could be a nice thing. So my plan is that we put on a cockpit here, have it in front of this rotor, and then put a bit, have still kind of a trike, kind of go a bit to the front with it, make it a bit longer, have some stabilizers here. This needs to go for now. Stabilizers here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 3, 4, 5. And then get some blocks below that. It's just an idea. You are allowed to have an opinion on that later. So maybe you think the idea is just ridiculous and I should step as far away from it as I can. Maybe that happens. I hope not. And make it a bit like a boat, shaped like a boat. And see that? It's still standing. The last time it would have exploded whenever I would have turned my back on it. So something definitely is up with that. And then put some... And that's one thing that's a bit sad. There's no good way to simulate ice skates, so we have to go with full blocks. Otherwise, and we can't use them to steer. That's another thing that I'm not too much of. Oh no, that's wrong. Come on. Too much of a fan of. Again, because it's sad. It would be nice if we could really have something like ice skates, but on the other hand, we want to use that to also drive over the normal landscape, and not only the ice on the planet. I want to try to bring it down, kind of, so that it really hovers pretty close to the ground. That would be nice if we could get that to work. The tip, I shouldn't bring too much to the front, so that this thing still can work when it comes to driving uphill. This will stay. I'm thinking about putting the rotor with the thruster on the bottom of the thing. We will test that, so maybe that works out. I could put it somewhere to the back, maybe, or somewhere here in the middle, so that it hopefully doesn't burn these blocks. But if the rotor with the thruster on it burns these blocks, then I can just replace them with heavy armor, and that should work then. Maybe we can even do that. Just replace them with heavy armor. I want to use this block just to hold the other block in place, and then remove this again. This, remove. Ooh, that could have gone wrong. And then this, and then just remove this again. Yesterday, and I will do that with this episode, by the way. You will have to tell me if you notice anything wrong with the recording or the sound. There shouldn't be, but don't know, maybe something happens there. I want to test a new editing software. Recently there was a Humble Bundle sale with a version of Vegas, and I bought that. Vegas is a normally really expensive editing software that costs a few $100, and they had it for 20 or something like that. And I wanted to give it a shot because I'm at the moment using PowerDirector, and PowerDirector doesn't work well with big files. So at the moment, with the different use of, I'm using basically different codecs to record this whole ordeal here, and with that we run into the problem that we have really big files at the moment. And oh, is Tim not working? What's happening? Tim, timer block, time to trigger, programmable block. Tim, it's not running. Why aren't you running? Set up actions. It should. Let me test this out again. Maybe browse code, Taladine, check code, remember and exit. Now it works. Good. And I want to test that out this time. The whole thing is, again, it's a bit problematic because my whole way of editing gets thrown out of whack, and what I did use in the meantime was a way that Nathan basically records and edits. He's using PowerDirector 2. He uses a different recording software that makes some of the some of the stuff a bit problematic, because he's using OBS, I'm using the Xstory, but I wanted to try his way, but his raw files are smaller, and it's all weird. What I'm trying, or what I want to do with this, is I want to bring a mast to this. So I will try to have a rotor block with a mast on top and a sail, or something like a sail. I will take a look. It's a thing where I just plan to have a bit of fun with it. Maybe put a solar panel in there to have a bit more power or different power. We will see. I will put gyro somewhere here, so that I can put give me conveyors, small conveyors, and an air vent. 8, 7. So, and then we will put some of these blocks around it, so it doesn't look so awkward. I hope you get what I'm trying to do here. This again will just be a bit of a fun project. Maybe if it turns out well, then we can really use it. But for now, I would want to just build it to have a bit of fun after the devastation that the Trike left behind. Let me build a bit more, and I will come back to you when I have more to show. Okay, before we test it out, or before we put the sail on it, let's say it that way, before we do that, we test it out. I changed the skates a bit and made them thinner, moved the engines to different locations here and here, and I've put some wheels on there. In the middle of building, I realized that I would have no good place to put the wheels on, and so I hope that this works out. This is in place, vector thrust is in place, engine is in place. I made it a bit caged here so you can still see the reactor. I have made a bit of space here in the back if I need more gyros or something like that. I don't think that that is the case, but let us disconnect it and then see what happens. Get on board, and then we will, hopefully nothing got damaged. Hopefully nothing got damaged. Turn on this. This hopefully should work. Ah, this is neat. Okay, let me get out and remove these two blocks. Oh, okay. The front engine. You can see that the front engine is a bit lower than the other ones. Higher up, so that I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. This is nice. This is nice. It doesn't flip, and it hopefully doesn't explode. Maybe we can bring it even. Maybe we can even bring it a bit lower. Can I see which one is the front one? No, I can't. Because if I could, maybe altitude. Okay. I can see it. I can see it. I always forget that there's a way to see what you're doing there. Sure not. And I need an antenna for that, so we need to get back into range of the base. I know that having a gyro on here is a bit cheating, because normally you would have a... Normally you would just be able to turn if the whole thing is... Oh, okay. I might have to change the blocks out there. It could be that the blocks get damaged there in the front. See that? But that shouldn't be a problem. I just want to get into range so that I can put an antenna on there. And having an antenna is good anyways. So maybe we just open up this and put an antenna there. Let me... grab this. I want to put in an ore detector anyways. So... Okay, 6 is the front one. The front one will get a bit of a boost so that it is roughly level. It is level. Nice. I hope you think that's a good idea what I'm doing here. I don't know how good I can drive it in other terrains, but for this ice lake, this is neat. Really flat. It should behave well on ground too. Maybe we need to raise it for that. And maybe we shouldn't go so fast on the ground. So this is nice. The sail will be just for looks. So the sail will not have let's say a function for the drive of this thing, because I want to make it move on command, but I don't want to make it move on. It works. It works on ground too. That's neat. And I don't want to make that thing too heavy. That's the next thing. We shouldn't make it too heavy, otherwise the thruster will not be able to move it anymore. And that's one thing I want it to be able to. Although what I could do is put some thrusters in the back so that there's still forward thrust, basically. So this to go up hills or something like that. Oh, it's neat. This is neat. This is really neat. And this is how the car here should behave. Nice. Nice one. Good. I think I will go back to the platform, then land that thing on the wheels. Maybe we can immediately arrange that. Hover engines, save that, and then get that on the HUD and have it, yes, so that I can hopefully land it on the wheels there. That works out, hopefully. Don't crash it into the... Oh, something got damaged. I have to be careful with it. Maybe I need to raise it up. And it could be that it definitely is the... It definitely is the thruster that damages the blocks there in the front. So let us turn this off. Nice. Nice. This is how I want it to work. This is definitely how I want it to work. Remove this and then put on the... I need a heavy armor block here, and then I will go with another one of these flats that should hopefully prevent these blocks from getting damaged. These should be the only blocks that take damage when the thruster is pointing towards them. Maybe the distance here is big enough, but the distance here might not be big enough for thruster damage. Oh, I need to fill this in. I will work more on this, and it's really neat. But I feel that I'm getting worse, so I will do the sail in the next episode, and then we will also put in other things like ore detectors, and maybe you have some ideas that I also could put into this. For now, this one really works. And again, imagine maybe a sail a few blocks high. I will see that I maybe make it so big that I can fit in a solar panel, so that it can get energy even without the reactor there, or that I maybe can switch out the reactor for batteries or so. We will have to see, and I will take an eye on this if this explodes or not. Again, at the moment it seems to behave well, so we can drive it, we can move it, and again, maybe this whole explosion thing is done, and then we can work on both of these vehicles. I hope maybe it's fixed, or maybe I have put a block where I shouldn't have put a block, but otherwise then not all the wheels would have exploded at the same time. So I don't know what's up with it. Good, people. I would say that's all for today. I hope you liked my idea here. If you did, then please leave a like on it and give me comments if you have maybe an idea for it. Maybe someone of you knows this sport. I know that I have also people from countries that have colder climates, and maybe someone knows what these things actually look like or what they actually do. Then please let me know. That would be nice. This was just an idea that popped up in my mind when I thought about the big ice lake that we have here. Okay, people, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next episode. See ya, guys.